Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 2. We are learning unit 13. Its title is Be Clean, Stay Healthy. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is, or modify it for your convenience. I am going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today under the title of Read and Think, we are going to learn how to read labels or food items. Before this, in your grade 1, I have already taught you how to read labels. I hope you remember. And in your unit 6, I taught you how to read currency notes and coins. I hope you remember these concepts, and we are going to learn further to read familiar words appearing on a variety of reading materials such as food labels, advertisement, coins, currency notes, etc. This is our today's SLO. Currency notes and coins we have already done with, so we'll focus on food labels and advertisement. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 48, and rely upon Allah. And sufficient is Allah as disposer of affairs. Yes, my dear students, what this beautiful verse is telling us? Rely upon Allah. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the resource to fulfill our needs. And Allah is the disposer of affairs. Allah has control. Allah is sufficient to handle all the matters. So you see, beta, this is a small but a very comprehensive thing which has been mentioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran, that we should rely upon Allah in every situation. We should rely upon Allah because Allah can handle all the matters. So this is whenever we want to give a big message in a short words, we use brief words, and this is how we use words for different labels and titles so that the message should reach in small sentences, in small words, right? So before starting the lecture, you tell me what are food labels, as we have studied in grade 1. So do you remember what are food labels and what is advertisement? Pause the video, answer these questions to your teacher, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, I hope you could recall that food labels they carry useful information to help you make informed choices about what you and your family eat and drink. So whenever you are going to buy food items which are packed, whatever is written on it, it tells you what is inside the package, right? And it looks like this, okay? So names are written, and it's there is more information mentioned on it. So when you take a food item, by looking at it, by reading the information given on it, you find out what is inside this pack. For example, when you look at this pack, it's written, a title is there and a picture is there. What it is telling? It is a pack of biscuits. This is how a food label gives information to us, right? So the labels on the front, back and sides of a package are filled with information to inform us what the food contains and to provide guidance in making healthier selections or processed food. So the food which we buy, it's processed, so you can buy different type of things. The way I gave you example of biscuits, there are a lot of biscuits, there are many kinds of biscuits. So you should go, this is what a rational person does, you should choose a healthier choice which is good for you, right? So by looking at its description or details, we find out which one is better for us. So this is another example. For example, you want to go and buy something like this. So the information tells you it's organic. It means it's pure and it's in packing. This is how we find out. You can have different types. This is strawberries packing. So strawberries we can find if it's not organic or it is dipped in syrup, so it becomes less healthy. Okay, that's why this is how we find out. So my dear children, what I want you whenever you go, even if you go to departmental store with your parents, try to read whatever. Try to read better because we are learning how to read. So when you try to read, you find out what is inside the package and then you can decide it is good for you or not. And one thing which is very important, whenever you are going to buy a packing food, find out it should be halal. Okay, all right. So this I brought a label for you. It is a packing of honey. So eating honey is sunnah, alhamdulillah. So that whenever we want to buy honey, we should go for the details. You see here it's written, you can because reading is not just reading the books. Wherever you find a word is written, you should try to read. You can read it here. You know it's, how do we read it? It's white, honey. So it's the name of the product and what type of it? It's premium. So it's a fine type of honey. This is how we find a label, we read it and we find out what is in the packing, what is packed in this container, right? So whenever you find a food in a packing, you should read the label thoroughly, right? And the next thing we were talking about is advertisement. What is advertisement? Advertisement is a public message. The advertisements are, you know, it is in newspapers, magazines, television, radio. Even when you go on road, you find banners, posters, even the boards. The things are written on it. And why do we make advertisement? So that people should buy what we are offering. And advertisement usually is weekend super sale, 50%. This is how they want you to come and shop with us. All right. So these are the words we have read in our books. So when it's written in an advertisement, we can read it as well. Okay. The other example is here, you know, it's potato chips. And they want you to buy these potato chips. That's why they make this advertisement. Do you understand? So beta, whenever there is an advertisement or a label, you should try to read it. You should try to find out what it is all about, right? Okay. So let's open your book on page number 99. Let's see what does your book say about it. There are different pictures given here. What we are going to do, we are going to read this page through an activity. Your teacher will divide class in groups and teacher will provide advertisement, cutting and food labels for each group. Teacher, I suggest you may take this material from a newspaper or a magazine and provide it to students, and teacher will ask students to read the advertisement and food labels one by one, right? So pause the video, enjoy this activity, and teacher, somehow if you could not arrange the content, you can take the page which is in the book and make the students to read, comprehend and tell you what this advertisement or label is about. Okay, so pause the video, enjoy the activity and then come back. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. So here is homework. You will paste a food label. So whatever you have eaten, you will not throw the wrapper, you will paste it in your notebook, or you will take an advertisement, paste it in your notebook, and you will read it in your class by tomorrow. Here is a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. And my dear students, you will read it aloud what the advertisements are about. So what we have learned today, we learned to read familiar words on a variety of reading material such as food labels and advertisement. And basically we learned that wherever we find a word, we should try to read it. Okay, either it's an advertisement, it's a newspaper, it's a food label, we should try to read. This will increase our vocabulary and it will make us fluent in reading. Okay. So in this way, we achieved our SLO to read familiar words appearing on a variety of reading material such as food labels, advertisements, coins and currency notes. We are already done with. So are we done with it? Yes, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning and take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.